now let's go ahead and talk about the co-main event, Will. For the co-main, we had Valentina Shevchenko versus Taila Santos.
Yeah, man, and this was a different Shevchenko fight than we're used to.
She's human.
Finally, someone was like, "Hey, she only counter strikes. What if I just don't blitz in?" And
Mm-hmm.
it completely unraveled Shevchenko's game for the first 3 rounds. She made the adjustment in the fourth, but Shevchenko ended up trying to force clinch situations, trying to force grappling because she is not used to going first, and usually she'll just wait until you go first, and most people will give in to that. But Santos was like, "I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to jump into a wood chipper. Why would I do that?" And Shevchenko was like, I'll just blitz in and try to clinch then." And then Taila Santos was like, "Now you're in my world. Thank you."
Yeah.
She broke her game plan completely.
You
But
know what I
Shevchenko's a
liked
champion and made the adjustment.
about Taila Santos is that very much, like Juliana Pena. Like I really believed her when she said that she thought she was gonna win.
Yeah.
Like I didn't believe that Santos was gonna win, but I
Yeah.
believe that Taila Santos really, truthfully believed that she was gonna win,
Yeah.
and that confidence, man, going up against a monster like a Shevchenko, right? Uh, is something that you absolutely need. I feel like a lot of these women that are gonna go up against Shevchenko are beat before they even step into that octagon.
Yeah. 100%.
Like, do you think Lauren Murphy was sitting there thinking like, "Hey, I'm the next champ"?
Yeah. Yeah. I
Caitlin
don't know.
Chookagian?
Yeah.
Shukigi not. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That was awful. Where's that?
Yeah.
But dude, Talia Santos really believed that she was going to win, and because of this, I didn't think she was going to win, but I thought that it was going to be a better fight than what we've
Competitive fight.
seen Shevchenko have in the past.
Yeah. I just really liked seeing somebody stay disciplined enough to not completely just wilt into Shevchenko's game plan. Because, I mean, she made her look human, right? Which she is. Everybody thinks of Shevchenko as this like absolute murderer, which she is, but in very specific situations. And I mean, a lot of people think Santos won this fight. The first 3 rounds were very close. The
Mm-hmm.
fourth and the fifth were clear Shevchenko rounds for me, and more clear than any of the rounds before that. Um, I'm not mad at the decision at all. I know some people are. Some people are like, this is the same thing as John Jones versus Dominic Reyes. I disagree. I think this was a much closer fight than that. Well, they're both close fights, but I don't think Shevchenko was like exposed or anything. She made the adjustment, and that's ultimately what sets her apart, right? Um, if she couldn't have made that adjustment in the fourth and fifth, if she couldn't start, because she did start going first and she started opening with the body kicks, and that allowed her to put the hands behind her. Um, because when she has to punch first, it usually doesn't look great, and it's usually to clinch. She tries to get the head and arm throw that happens all the time in this division, in
Mm-hmm.
the 135 division. Santos finally was like, no, I can slip out of that and then end up on your back. Um, this was a cool fight. This was kind of like I think, a change in direction in this division. I'm not saying
Yeah.
it's like I'm not saying Shevchenko's losing her next fight or anything crazy like that, but it was kind of eye opening a little bit.
Yeah, and I would have to agree with you in the sense that it wasn't like John Jones versus Dominic Reyes, although it does remind me of another John Jones fight against
Thiago,
another Santos, Thiago
yeah,
Santos, exactly, where it was a very competitive fight. People weren't expecting that, right?
hmm
But ultimately, the experience came through, I think, with
yeah,
Shevchenko.
and the
But
clash heads.
even if I would have seen Santos 3 rounds to 2 walk away with the belt, I'd be like, yeah, I could see it.
Oh yeah, 100%. The
Right?
only
The first three
yeah,
rounds?
first 3 rounds could have easily went to her.
Which one
It,
judge had, I think, the first 3 rounds for her?
yeah, one judge had
49
49-46. Get the fuck
46,
out of
though?
here.
What were they
Yeah,
watching?
yeah. Santos only won 1 round. That's crazy.
Yeah, get out of
The
here.
headbutt was really unfortunate, though. I think that kind of changed the pace of that fourth round, to be honest.
Yeah,
And
could have
then
impacted. Could have
it
impacted
broke an
the
orbital.
the outcome.
It broke her eye socket.
Ooh, look
Yeah,
at
she's already getting surgery on it. That
that.
definitely
Poor Santos.
affects the fight.
Oof, look at that. Poor girl. But hey, good fight though. It was an interesting fight, and it was very nice to see somebody push Shevchenko to her limit, man.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Just make her answer some things because, I mean, we constantly see people run into her and then she just head kicks them, or they meet the right straight, or they run straight into the head and arm or the head and arm throw, and finally someone was like, "I'm just not going to do that," and it completely nullified her for 3 rounds. I mean, not nullified, but it completely changed her whole approach. Bob Trotter says Shevchenko should consider fighting a man if there aren't any women left for her to fight. Shevchenko versus Cejudo, maybe.
Hey, do you
She would
remember when Cejudo was
get.
asking for that fight?
Yeah, it was classic.
But I do agree with this with Bruce Bob Trotter. One, we saw that she can't be challenged at 125, and he says she needs to step up in competition somehow. She can't be challenged at 125, but the option for her to move up to bantamweight is something that she should definitely take into consideration.
Maybe. I mean, there's a couple kind of newcomers into this division that I'd like to see play out and maybe get some title shots in the future. I'm still excited to see some of her matchups in this division coming up, and I mean, she can do whatever she wants. Maybe she goes up to 135. Amanda's going to retire soon.
Yeah. She's
going to retire soon. Yeah, maybe one more fight. I don't know.
But maybe this is the blueprint that other fighters coming up now can see and say, okay, well, this is how we game plan around a Shevchenko, and what other things can we sprinkle in to work in our favor? You know what I mean?
It's crazy that it took this long for somebody to just not run into her. HW Comer says, oh, shout out HW Comer.
Yeah, shout out HW Comer.
Valentina needs to fight 2 chicks at once. Nowhere else to go.
Hey, so if anybody follows our TikTok, one of the posts I had recently was some dude that was fighting 2 guys. I'm pretty sure this was sanctioned in Russia. But it's like one dude that's clearly a heavyweight against 2 probably bantamweights, maybe flyweights. Very interesting matchup. So I could see Shevchenko versus a couple of a couple straw weights, maybe. I don't know.
And that's why we're on the verge of getting banned on TikTok.
And that's exactly why I'm gonna get us banned. You're right. Damn it, Will. I probably, going forward, I'm gonna ask you before I post it. Be like, hey, what do you think, man? Will this get us banned? Maybe.
Yeah. Oh, it's hilarious.
9 times out of 10, you would tell me, yes, it will. Hey, everybody, Ramiro and Will here. Thank you so much for watching that short clip. It's just a small clip of what we covered this last Sunday.
Yeah, if you want to check out the full fight card recap, the link is in the description, and it's going to be on screen at the end here. And don't forget to go back and watch our fighter interviews that we have. And don't forget to tune in live every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, and you can join in on the fun.
Yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. It goes a long way. All right, everybody, thanks for watching that short clip from Story of the Fight.